have here today, March 9th, 2012, is a couple of poising tools. I did not include these on my tools I use video because I wasn't using them. But now I think I'll have to start using them, especially when I finish that Illinois Abraham Lincoln balance staff replacement video. One of these days I'll finish that. Anyway, I have two poising tools here, one large and one small, and I'm not going to point to which is large and which is small because it's obvious. Let's see, the large one I got first. That one is was an education and what not to get, because I didn't know anything and I didn't do the research. Anyway, here it is. Let me get the small one out of the way. What's wrong with this one? Let's see if we can, well, I don't know if it's going to zoom in, but the jewel surfaces, there's a crack or a chip. I don't know if you can see where it is. Oh, it's over here. I don't know if you can see that, but take my word for it, there's a chip on that surface. Yeah, I guess you can see it there. So, yeah, when you buy one of these, make sure the jewels aren't chipped, cracked, or messed up. Second thing is underneath here, these pieces of brass and these two screws, I had to add those. So in a sense, there was nothing holding the two sliding things to the base. Which, so you gotta make sure the thing is complete. So that's that tool. This one's Levin, it says. I guess a better one would be one with a little bubble level in there, so you know if it's level or not, because it has to be level when you use it. This small one's from Germany. This one, you know, this one's definitely much better shape. The only problem with this is it's small. Yeah, because, you know, they just had a picture of it and I didn't inquire about the size, so when I got it, I'm like, wow, that's small. Anyway, so those are the poising tools. Now let's see, poising to bounce. I'm gonna have to, maybe I'll have to pause this camera and edit stuff in then. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get the drawing. Here is a drawing of what's going to take place when I check the balance for poise, or make sure the balance is balanced. Oh, where's my pointer? Okay, poise to balance. This is the balance. Balance assembly without hairspring. Here. Knife edge of poising tool. So you got a, it's usually a jewel, sometimes they're steel, you have one on each side. You try to put the, let's say the flat portion of the pivot, or the cylindrical portion of the pivot on the knife edge. You don't want to go around this round edges. So, this is not the scale, so what do you expect? And you give the balance a little bit of a move. I guess you'd make it spin at least once around, and then it, if it just slowly stops, then it's good. If it tends to rock back and forth or go backwards before it stops, then you know it's not in balance. And the examples following, well, the one example following is the balance is not in balance. It's out of poise. And what you do when you find out what end is heavy or what end is light, you have to change the weight, so adjust the weight on it. So like I said, you can either make the heavy end lighter or the lighter end heavier. And well, you either change the weight, but most people don't do that, or you have other methods. And over here, let's see if it will zoom in. This is an example of, these are undercutters. Let's see if we can get a, these you can actually remove material from the underside of the weight, let's say, or the side of the weight where the little threaded stud thing is. That's what these are for. There's little holes in there. I don't know if it's gonna... Yeah, come on, come on, you're almost there. Yeah, you can see there's little holes in there, so the threaded portion would go in the hole, and you rotate the balance screw on this, and the cutting edges would remove material. So that's how you'd make the screws lighter. That's one option. If you want to make add weight, let's see, I have something like that over here too. Well, let's see if we can see it. Probably it's going to be difficult. Let's see, I got a bunch of weights in here, so I didn't want to pull this out with a tweezer because I'm just lazy right now. Come on, come on, focus. How come you won't focus? There it is. That round thing there at the 12 o'clock position, that is a washer. You would add washers. They come in different thicknesses, and there's different diameters depending on the size of your weight. And other things in there are just screws. I have balance screws extra lying around. Well, not really extra, I took them off another watch. But yeah, you'd washer it to make it heavier. And to decide whether you want to make it lighter or heavier depends on your regulator. I guess if your regulator is all the way to the fast position, you'd want to make the balance lighter. And if the regulator is all the way to the slow position, or favoring the slow side, you'd make the balance heavier. I think that's the way it is. So that's it, and next up will be the poising. So here is the balance on the small poising tool. I'm going to give it a puff of air because I finally realized I don't have to use this stupid toothpick anymore. It's pissing me off, that toothpick. Let's see if I can... just a little tough. Whoops, too much. Damn it. Don't roll off the tool. Please don't roll off the tool. Thank you. Yeah, you don't have to spin it around and around and around and around. I mean, I just figured just get one rotation out of it, so it finds its heavy spot. Like I say, this balance is not in poise, it's not balanced, it's got a heavy spot. And I'm probably saying the same thing in every one of these little takes I do, because I don't remember what I said or not said. It appears to be consistent, I think. I don't know, maybe I'm breathing on it, that's why it keeps on. I'm going to be polite and wait for it to stop. Look at that. Maybe hit a piece of dust. There's dust all over the place in this room. Oh, I think it's done. Almost done. Come on, stop, stop, stop. Oh, okay, so there you go. I know where my heavy spot is. I can do something about it. So here we are, another view of the balance on the small poising tool. I give it a little puff of air, and I think it's straight. Looks like it's crooked. Yeah. Let me give it a little push. Oh, probably too much. I can't tell. Stuff's in the way. So let me give it a little puff of air, and we'll see what happens. Whoops, too much air. Come on. Oh. I thought I leveled this thing. It appears not. I'm going to push it back the other way, otherwise it's going to fall off the tool. You dog. You don't have to make it roll and roll and roll. You just have to get it going around at least once. I don't have control over the air, you know. I don't know how much to puff or not puff. So there you can see a good view. It is a good view. because this tool is nice and small, so you can see more of the balance than the larger tool. I think I already did the larger tool. I don't know what order I'm going to put these things in. Anyway, so there it is. There's the heavy spot, or there's the light spot, or you know, half glass, glass half empty, half full, whatever. I now know what I have to do. Here is one more view of the balance and the small poising tool. That jewel is glowing because my light source is really going to town on it. So I'm going to give this a little, well, I'm going to straighten it first. Okay, now I get a little tougher there. And let's see if we can do this without spinning it off the tool. Yay, that was pretty good. Yeah, you don't have to spin it much. I was going a little crazy there for a while. And we'll see where the low side, or I mean heavy side, and where the light side is. They happen to be opposite of each other, so. And, you know, you got 100 watts, over 100 years old. What do you expect? Crazy stuff people do to balances I've seen that I won't repeat because they should never be done. So there is your low side, or there is your light side. I thought it was right at the end of the arm, but it looks like it may be a little bit off. Oh, and it stopped too, so. Anyway, I think this is it. I've done this about 20 times, and I think I'm satisfied with these last. Well, I'll be satisfied with the ones I post in the video. And then I might throw together all the outtakes, because people might want to watch this stuff. I had enough of this for now. I finally finished it, thank God. Thank you for your cooperation, and enjoy it for the rest of your day.